Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the Phoenix International Raceway, otherwise known as ISM Raceway. It is championship night here for the Salt Flat Draft Top Progression Series. Tonight it is the Buttkicker Championship night. 100 laps here tonight to decide who will be the first inaugural champion ever in the Draft Top Progression Series. Race fans, I'd like to welcome you here tonight. As you see, the sun is setting here in Arizona. It's going to be one heck of a race, and I hope all of you race fans are ready to go racing into the nighttime to crown a champion. Tonight, 2 drivers do enter, possibly 3 drivers enter here tonight. We're going to actually call it 3 drivers. Those 3 drivers we will focus on tonight all have at least 1 win this season. Cole Day may have the most wins this season, and he does come in sitting P1 on the championship list. He has 5 wins, and he has an 18-point lead over Roy Fernandez. Fernandez has 2 wins this season, He is 18 points back, though. Just sitting 2 points back from Roy is going to be Brandon Massey. Massey is 20 points out of that championship hunt, and those are the 3 drivers we will focus on here at Phoenix tonight. So 20 points separates your top 3 in the final race. Nathan Maurer, who is sitting 4th in the championship hunt, he is not here tonight. He has been strucken down by the weather here in Pennsylvania, as the weather has been ever changing. One day it's 90 degrees, the next day it's 35 degrees. So with Maurer not being here tonight, can Jose Mejia, who is 22 points back, can he close the gap and finish in the championship top 4? Donald Bennett comes into the night running 6th. He is only 9 points behind Jose Mejia. So if Jose Mejia has a little bit of a problem, Bennett could move himself into the top 5 tonight. Michael Brownlee is 7th, Tim Combs is 8th, Ira Kohlhaas is 9th, and Cody Levitt is 10th. Levitt also is missing here tonight at the Phoenix International Raceway, but that is your top 10 drivers in the championship standings coming in here to the championship night, presented by Buttkicker. Race fans, it's been a long season, and we talk about the Draft Top Progression Series. We started way back on the dirt tracks. That's right, we started back at Lanier with the dirt street stocks on June the 16th. Then we went to the USA International Speedway. We continued with the dirt street stocks. That was the first 2 races of the season. Then we headed to Concord Speedway and 5 Flags. That was super late model racing. Then we went ARCA Menards racing, the ARCA cars at Michigan and Pocono. Then we went to Dover, Charlotte, and Worldwide Technology with the Gander Outdoor Trucks before we headed and strapped in to the Xfinity cars at Talladega, Bristol, Atlanta, and the Charlotte Roval. We have had 1 race in the Cup car, and that was at the Daytona International Speedway. And now, right here, we are at Phoenix, the final race of the season. It's been a fun one so far here, race fans, and I expect, carrying on here into the night in the desert, it will be another great race for Salt Flat Draft Top Progression Series. We're going to take a quick step away, and we'll be back here with the grid tonight for the Buttkicker Championship night.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome back here to the Phoenix International Raceway. Race fans, qualifying is just wrapping up for these drivers before we go championship racing. You can see the sun has now started to duck down behind the mountains here. That means the sun will not be a factor as these drivers diver down into turn number 1 tonight. That is a pretty good thing for all drivers tonight on the track. Let's get down trackside to take a look at our starting lineup. Starting lineup here tonight for championship night. This is your Uncle Tim's starting lineup. Starting on row number 1, driving out of Ohio, driving the Toyota entry. This is the number 90 of Michael Sturgill. Starting right alongside him with a special paint scheme. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. That's the 65 out of Ironton, Ohio, the old shed of Brandon Massey. Starting P number 2, driving the 03 of Aaron Davidson. The 88 of Tim Combs will roll off into the 4th position. Starting 5th, that is your championship leader, that is Cole Day. Starting 6th, driving the number 13, the Great Lakes Brewing number 13 Chevrolet of Jamie Leach. Starting in the 7th position, driving a brand new paint scheme, the driver of the number 33 out of Virginia, this is Greg O'Barry. Starting 8th tonight on the starting grid, the man out of Western Tennessee, driving the bearded struggle number 29, making his final start. It is going to be Ira Kohlhaas. Rolling off into the 9th position, driving for the CSRF Motorsports number 6, it's the Cuban Missile, Cowboy of Roy Fernandez. Starting 10th, hailing out of Florida, driving the Turn 3 Racing Network number 26 Chevrolet, this is Darrell Clauter. Starting in the 11th position, driving the Evo number 46, this is Jose Mejia. Starting 12th here tonight, driving the DraftTop.com number 48, it is Michael Bromley. Starting 13th on the grid, it's the DraftTop.com number 2, the Need for Speed Motorsports driver, this is Joshua Buckley. Starting 14th, hailing out of Virginia, driving the number 15, the PRJE Motorsports team, it is Peyton Kool-Aid Johnson. Starting in the 15th starting position, hailing out of Ohio, driving the number 3, it is going to be Shane Mullins. Starting 16th, hailing out of Topton, Pennsylvania, driving the Keystone Motorsports entry, the Turn 3 Racing Network number 31 of Donald Bennett. Starting 17th, also hailing out of Topton, Pennsylvania, driving the East Penn Manufacturing Deca Batteries number 40, and is Josiah Millen. It's the K1 Graphics Liquid Molly number 83, hailing out of Canada, the Beefy Motorsports number 18 of Brandon Feeney. Starting 19th tonight here on the grid, out of Nebraska, the 22 of Jared Hagedorn. Out of Utah, it's the Raise Energy Drink Toyota 04 of Danny Valenzuela. Starting shotgun to the field, driving the Simbox number 77, it is Doug Neal out of Georgia. Race cars are on the speedway, race fans. You can hear the motors roaring. As this time by, we will drop the hammer. The number 90 of Michael Sturgill will come to the restart zone, and tonight, the service side green flag will wave on championship night here for the Buttkicker 100 at Phoenix. A great start by your race leader. Michael Sturgill qualified on the pole here tonight, and he will dive down on turn 2 and down the back straightaway. One of them going to loop it around. Cole Day has looped the 99 around. Caution flag will come out on lap number 1 for one of your championship hopefuls. He came into the night having a 18-point lead. And the championship leader, lap number 1 out of turn number 2, Cole Day, will bring out the first caution flag of the evening. Being told by the truck it is a single car spin. Let's take it back here as Cole Day half off the apron there, and he doesn't hit anything. He just loops it around. Single car spin on the back straightaway about mid-pack. So Cole Day now will drop to 14th on the grid, and he will have to see where he can work his way back up through the field. So Cole Day now will have to start shotgun to the field here tonight. It looks like he comes down pit road with a handful of drivers. They're not able to make any adjustments on their machines, but it looks like damage on the Josiah Millen entry. Not sure if we have a camera angle close enough down to that driver of the number 40. There you see the nose of the ZL1 Camaro is a little pushed in as he's down on pit road. There you see the K1 Graphics Liquid Molly machine of Brandon Feeney. Jared Hagedorn also down there. He's going to drop 4 tires on his Ford Mustang and get back out onto the track. Looks like Donald Bennett possibly missed the start of the race, so he is currently the last car on the lead. Lap Doug Neal not taking the grid here tonight. So one driver is still sitting on pit road. That is Doug Neal. 21 drivers did take the initial drop of the green flag here tonight for championship night. It's Michael Sturgill who qualified on the pole, Brandon Massey, Aaron Davidson, Tim Combs. Your top 4 drivers have not moved at all, but it is Jamie Leach right now who rounds out your top 5 drivers. You know, race fans, we talked about it in the pre-race. Right there on our Uncle Tim's starting lineup drop down, we talked about this driver right here out of Ironton, Ohio. This is the Old Shed VIP graphics entry. You notice a little bit of a different paint scheme on the side of this. Well, this was not designed by Brandon Massey or his wife. This was designed by their daughter. A very special paint scheme here tonight for Brandon Massey for the season finale. He printed out the template here of the iRacing.com ZL1 Camaro, and he let his daughter color it in. So she had gone to work, drawing up Daddy a brand new paint scheme here tonight for him to run. He has had it for a couple of weeks in the old, in the bank. We have all seen it a couple times. And of course, thank you to the Old Shed family. So Massey here tonight will get to run this machine tonight and see if it will bring him good luck. His daughter paints it, and he races it, race fans. That is a father-daughter bond like no others. So we'll see if the Old Shed driver will be able to pull it off for the little one tonight. iRacing pace car lights are off, so that does mean we will get to go back racing next time by. It'll be Sturgill, Massey, Combs, and Davidson. Race fans, we know it's championship night, but we got to thank you all for tuning in here once again on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch some more of the Salt Flat Draft Top Progression Series. It's been a long road to hoe, race fans, and we couldn't have done it without you, so we're glad you're all here. As you can hear these motors tonight, they just want to sing in the valley. Well, the valley of the desert, really. iRacing pace car will dive off for the second time here tonight, coming back into the Surfside green flag zone. The green flag is back out. We are racing once again here at Phoenix. On board Brandon Massey, it looks like he's going to be able to go down into the second position, as right out ahead of him is going to be Sturgill, still hanging on to the race lead. This time it looks like everybody's able to come through with a little bit of a dog leg back there. And they make it A-OK here, so we will complete our first lap under the green flag conditions, and it will be Michael Sturgill continuing to lead here at Phoenix tonight. A lot of drivers have already started the single file out. There's Ira Kohlhaas. He's running 8th. Josh Buckley trying to move up DraftTop.com number 2 entry down the bottom side of the speedway. Michael Bromley bringing out a special Bromley Designs paint scheme. Oh, Jamie Leach a little loose off of turn number 4. He's able to hang on to it, but here comes Roy Fernandez. The Cuban Cowboy, he calls himself. Came into the night 18 points down. Right now, if the race was to end as they finish, Roy Fernandez would just be about in a virtual tie with Cole Day. So would Brandon Massey as the points shake out. Massey would actually be the championship winner if the race ended right now. We'll keep a close eye on that one here as we're about to complete lap number 9. And Sturgill has led every single lap here tonight. Buckley looking to pass up Jose Mejia here, but doesn't have quite the run going into the corner. Combs and O'Berry going to swap positions possibly. Jamie Leach has been into the outside wall there in the Great Lakes Brewing number 13. Some damage on the right-hand side of the ZL1 Camaro. You notice how on that initial start, a lot of drivers dropped down underneath that back straightaway yellow line. That is not out of bounds here tonight. But as this run goes on, a lot of drivers have elected now to keep their whole, call them all 4 tires up on, we'll call it the driving area. There's no out of bounds, but you can go anywhere that you can make your car fit. Here comes Fernandez. He'll pass up Tim Combs in the Nationwide 88. And now the battle for that second position. Here comes Aaron Davidson. Had one of the fastest Chevrolets in our practice session here tonight. Will Davidson be able to bring the school bus? into a good finish here. He's had himself a couple weeks back-to-back of good finishes. Will he be able to continue that one? Just being patient, trying to work over the 65 of Brandon Massey. There you see Davidson go down below, and oh, he gets really loose coming back up onto the track. It is very bumpy down there. You saw Cole Day's car get upset down on the bottom. Now you just saw Aaron Davidson. His car got a little upset. Davidson gonna wiggle again off of turn number 4. With Brandon Massey looking back upon the third-place driver of Aaron Davidson. It's Greg O'Berry behind him, and then Jamie Leach, Roy Fernandez, Tim Combs, Ivor Kohlhaas, Jose Mejia, and Josh Buckley round out the top 10. These two drivers swapping positions back here. Josiah Millen getting around the 04 of Danny Valenzuela, the Rays Energy Drink driver out of Utah. Now it looks like Josiah is going to go back down to the bottom, and Danny will outside him, and now Danny Valenzuela takes back the 19th position. So hot potato, you have it. Hot potato, I'll take it later. That was Tim Combs bouncing off the outside wall with his ZL1 Camaro. Tim Combs having a rough sledding as of late here on the iRacing.com platform. Last night, if you tuned into the Turn 3 Racing Network, you were able to catch some of Tim Combs' racing action. Had himself a chance to win at the Martinsville Speedway, but that chance kind of quickly got taken away, and it was not going to be Tim Combs' night. Now Combs comes into the night, and he had himself a solid 4th starting spot. He has dropped back, though, to running 7th. Right behind him, it's the driver of the Bearded Struggle Machine, the service side entry. That is Ivor Kohlhaas. Got some strong competition, though, knocking on the back door of the driver of that 29. There's Jose Mejia, Josh Buckley, and now Cole Day. Cole Day, remember, was the driver that brought out the first yellow flag of the evening, the championship leader. He's trying to bring himself back through the field now. Still a very long race to go. Still over 80 laps left in this one. As you see right there, there's your lead. Michael Sturgill pulled out to about a 2nd lead over Brandon Massey. Aaron Davidson still hanging right there. Greg O'Berry, Jamie Leach, Roy Fernandez, all kind of grouped up there. Roy actually slipped that time off of going into turn 3 and lost a little ground with his Bass Pro Shops. Call it the Gold Machine tonight. Just behind them, it looks like one of them, that's Josh Buckley up the track. Buckley going to lose the spot to Jose Mejia. Jose Mejia having some problems as of late here on iRacing. His computer, ever since the iRacing update came out for season number 4, has started to struggle. The driver says he has a budget build as you see Buckley continue to slide off the corner. But Jose Mejia, with his budget build, may be coming to an end of its service due, as you see the 99 of Day get underneath the 2 of Buckley. But Jose Mejia, one of those drivers that compete week in and week out. He doesn't ruffle many feathers, but I do notice some damage on the back of his Camaro. I believe I can spot the nose that fits that exact damage, and that was Josiah Millen. So Millen's nose fitting the description of the damage on the 46 of Jose Mejia. Looks like Jose's car is pretty good, but Mr. Millen's machine, mashing Millen out there, having himself a little bit of handling issues now. He has got back around Danny Valenzuela and started to gap him, so Millen is back into that 19th position on the speedway. 20 laps officially in the books this time. There it is. They've all been led by that man out front, that Toyota entry of Michael Sturgill. Sturgill only making a handful of starts here this season, but when he comes to the track, he lets it be known that he is here. He has made 6 starts on the season. He has 2 podiums out of those 6 starts. He also has a 6th place finish in a super late model. A couple disappointing finishes like at Bristol, where he was the race leader, and then he looks like he had DNF'd at Bristol. Also looks like he was at Michigan and had himself a pretty solid night going before he also had DNF there. So there's a couple tracks that maybe Michael Sturgill would like to have back this season. But with the season winding down, this is the race you really want to win. It's the season finale. Sturgill maybe has backed her down just a little bit, because it looks like Brandon Massey is back under 1 second gap to him. Massey is still sitting there in second with Aaron Davidson behind him. Now it's Jamie Leach, because Grego Berry has fallen back a spot. The driver that just got back behind the wheel just a couple weeks ago, Grego Berry, trying to make the best of it. Taking a quick look through to see who's your biggest mover so far of the race, and it is actually Jared Hagedorn, the driver back here out of Nebraska, driving that Ford Mustang. Looks like Jared has a little bit of a wrinkle to the right front fender of that. It looks like that came off of turn number 4 for Jared Hagedorn. Peyton Johnson also back here, Mr. Toggle Switch. He's got rear end damage, and he is sideways off of 4. He's gonna try and save it. He loops in a little bit, and Peyton Johnson will hang on to it, but here comes the race leaders, and they're all gonna split him as he is having some major issues. Peyton Johnson there as he came off turn 4. He's able to get that blue machine back up and running, but not before losing a lot of positions. Hagedorn, Bennett, Mullins, Millen, Feeney all have now got around the driver of the 15. Quarter of the way into this one already. There's the race leader. There's the gap back to second, is back up to 1 second. Sturgill flirting with the drivers behind him, saying, you can catch me, and then I'm gone. Sturgill, not one of those drivers known to make too many mistakes on the iRacing platform. Massey just has not been able to run him down yet. There's the, I don't know if you want to call it the retro scheme out of the Bromley Designs or the Dark Knight. I think he calls it the Dark Knight, and I call it retro. Retro being very flashy colors on the Bromley Designs number 48. Of course, DraftTop.com being on board with Michael Bromley since the start of the season. We got to give a nod over to the guys over at DraftTop.com. Race fans, if you have not checked out DraftTop.com, you need to head over there right now. You need to get Dad a stocking stuffer because Christmas is coming. Of course, Thanksgiving is also coming, and I'm sure Dad would like one of the DraftTop beer tool products for Thanksgiving Eve. Head on over to DraftTop and get your DraftTop bar tool while supplies last. Fernandez has slipped a little bit back into the clutches here of Tim Combs and Ira Kohlhaas, the driver of the number 6, starting to fade here on the longer run, working lap number 30. Guesstimating probably about another 10 laps before we'll possibly see some pit stops here tonight. Who will be the first one to come down pit road? The pace right now has already fallen off 1 second from their best times here tonight for a lot of drivers like Michael Sturgill, your race leader. Brandon Massey has almost fallen off 2 seconds last time by for himself. Let's check the time here at the timing and scoring stripe for Roy Fernandez. It is a almost 2 second fall off for Roy Fernandez also. So the tires here after 30 laps of hard racing here in the desert, the sandpaper, the dirt, the grime here from the desert that gets blown around by the wind does start to chew up the tires, even right here in the iRacing.com servers. Josh Buckley just hanging out back here. He has now fallen back to the 11th position. He was up as high as running 8th here tonight. And the handle here on this Mustang has just gone away. You saw him just go down there into turn number 1 and 2. And his draft top Mustang just went straight plow. I know they were thinking about calling for snow here in the Northeast, and Buckley slipping around like he's already on the snow, maybe practicing just a little bit. He has himself about a 3.5-second gap, though, back to the other draft top driver of Michael Bromley. Bromley pulling the train back here for Darrell Clauder, Donald Bennett, and Jared Hagedorn. As now Bromley goes up the track, here comes the 26 of Darrell Clauder. Will he dive down below? He will not. Bennett has to actually check a little bit. Almost gets into the back of the Florida native. Now Clauder going to go down to the bottom. Bennett going to go to the middle, and Hagedorn going to go screaming up top. It will be Bennett coming around to the outside, having himself a solid night. One driver to pit road, though. I'm being told Michael Sturgill. First driver to pit road tonight. There you see Sturgill into his pit box. It will be 4 tires and fuel. Here comes Brandon Massey now. He will come to pit road. He's going to come with Danny Valenzuela. Here comes Roy Fernandez also. Fernandez, remember, trying to chase down Massey for the championship hunt along with Cole Day. All those drivers just 20 points separated each other coming into the night. And now the green flag pit cycle on lap 35. It looks like here comes Aaron Davidson to pit road. He was slow down there on the apron. Mullins down on pit road, so was Bennett. Here comes the 88 of Combs. He'll come to pit road, the number 2 now of Josh Buckley also coming to pit road. Jamie Leach will take over the race lead here on lap 36. Let's see if he can come back around here and lead a lap, or if Greg O'Berry will get there. And it looks like the Great Lakes Brewing number 13 will come to pit road. He won't be looking to lead a lap tonight. Peyton Johnson also coming down pit road. Pit lane's the busy place, but Greg O'Berry leads his first lap here tonight. The driver of the Icarus number 33, Camaro. Brand new sponsorship on this 33 tonight. He'll come by. He'll complete another one. Greg O'Berry looks like he's going to go for the long run here to try to take as little time on pit road later in this race. Couple drivers that have not come to pit road yet, other than O'Berry, is also Cole Haas and Day. You see Day right there, waiting on Jose Mejia. Also, he's right there. Peyton Johnson gonna loop it around. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to take the look. Did Johnson get the car corralled? As yes, he did. Let's see if we can go back though and watch Peyton Johnson. That's already after Peyton Johnson had gone around. Let's see if we can go back just a little bit here. Here's Peyton Johnson coming out of 4. Sideways for the second time. Johnson gonna nose the wall, but it looks like the green flag will stay out here. Would have been great for Greg O'Berry and Cole Day and Ira Kohlhaas. Right there's big old Greg O'Berry. He'll come around here. He will complete lap number 40 tonight. Right behind him, though, that's Michael Sturgill. Remember, Sturgill was the race leader before he came to pit road. But when he came to pit road, it was on for all these drivers tonight. They've been trying to run after him. Right now, though, they have him down a lap, but it's not going to take very long for the 90 to get back around here. And once he gets back on the lead lap, these drivers are going to have to worry. Right now, Sturgill does get back onto the race lead lap. So now will he be able to go back and run down Greg O'Berry? Cole Day. Look at this big old gaggle. Cole Day on those old tires, and all these drivers got new Ford Field Goods. They are trying to work their way around the 99 of Cole Day. Cole Day could possibly be trying to get to lap number 50 to make it just a one-stop race. Can he get there? Donald Bennett going to go sideways in his Camaro. Bennett hanging on. Cole Day going to come to pit road. As Cole Day hits pit road, Bennett and the whole crew go right around them. Good piece of driving there by the driver of that 31 as Cole Day was coming to pit road. Right at the last second, Cole Day ripped it down to the inside. So we stay green flag racing. Still waiting for Greg O'Berry to come to pit road. Ira Kohlhaas and Jose Mejia, Jared Hagedorn also having to come to pit road yet. When will they elect to hand over the race lead back to the number 90 of Sturgis? Cole Day coming back out of pit road, nice and easy for the driver of the 99. He'll be shown all the way back into 12. Here comes Greg O'Berry. He'll now come to pit road. One of them spinning on the front straightaway. That is Aaron Davidson. Davidson gonna lock her down on the front straightaway. Caution flag gonna come out. So the second caution flag of the evening will come out, and that will throw the monkey wrench into everything as Greg O'Berry was on pit road, and so was Jose Mejia. Ira Kohlhaas was not to pit road yet. Let's take the look. Truck says they have it. Let's take a look. Roy Fernandez to the outside there. Oh, Fernandez actually got loose, and Davidson was down to the inside, and Davidson comes to a rest down there on the inside of the racing surface. There you see the bump and into the inside wall. Aaron Davidson looked like he was going to be all right, and then the car cut back to the left there, and now he has some front left damage to match the front rear damage, or the left rear and the left front. You know what I was talking about. So as we're under our caution flag here, number 2 race fans here for championship night, for the Buttkicker championship night 100 lap event. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back here at the Phoenix International Raceway. Well, welcome back here, race fans, to the Phoenix International Raceway, working our second caution flag of the evening right before the halfway point home. Championship night here for the Buttkicker Championship night at Phoenix. Well, race fans, 50 laps, about their 49 laps going to be in the book when we do go back racing here. Lights on the iRacing pace car will come back on. A couple drivers still trying to work their way around the racetrack to get into position. Looks like one retiree here tonight from the Phoenix International Raceway, and it's the driver of the number 2 drafttop.com of Josh Buckley. Looks like he will call it a racing night. They will load that number 2 onto the trailer, and they will try it again next season. It's Greg O'Berry, though, on the front row with Jamie Leach. Then it's going to be Jose Mejia, Ira Kohlhaas, Jared Hagedorn, Brandon Massey, Brandon Feeney, Sturgill, Combs, and Fernandez, your top 10. Looks like Josiah Millen, Peyton Johnson, Danny Valenzuela all a lap down. They will tag the rear of the field. Doug Neal tonight did not start here in his Simbach Chevrolet, number 77 out of Georgia. So it looks like still 19 drivers here at Phoenix for championship night, and we are just over the halfway point home. Back into the service side, green flag area. Green flag going to go back in the air, halfway home for championship night. Greg O'Berry going to get a great start, and then it's Jamie Leach and Ira Kohlhaas is the driver on the fresh tires that everybody's going to have to watch for. Brandon Massey making some moves. He'll take over the 5th position, and here comes Sturgill. Hot to trot for Michael Sturgill. It will be Greg O'Berry, though, coming out of turn 4. He will lead the first lap back to green flag, but Sturgill, the driver, that has, well, probably the most speed in his Cup car here tonight. We'll see if he can work his way back through the field. There you see Jared Hagedorn. He is just sitting right behind Sturgill in that 12th position. Hagedorn has picked up 12 spots here tonight. Brandon Massey to the inside here of Ira Kohlhaas. That's down there in turn 3. Out of turn number 4, Kohlhaas is going to lose 1. He's going to lose 2 positions now, because there goes Sturgill also. And now Massey had a big wiggle out of 4, and there goes Sturgill to the outside. Michael Sturgill burning up the racetrack here tonight. He'll now take over position number 4. He'll look ahead of him. He'll see Jose Mejia. He'll see Jamie Leach, and he'll see Greg O'Berry. Now we'll have to go run down. Jared Hagedorn under attack here by the 88 of Tim Combs. Combs will work to the inside, and he will take the spot. Everybody now goes single file on lap 54. And Greg O'Berry hang on, though, because he's got Jamie Leach just nipping right there on the back. Go on board here with the driver out of Virginia, battling with the Ohio driver. Looks like Greg gets a better run there through turn 2 than Jamie Leach did, so he'll try to pull away just a little bit. Can't sleep on Jose Mejia. Just sitting here minding his P's and Q's tonight, sitting in 3rd, but Michael Sturgill is still turning some of the fastest laps. Let's take a look this time by at the line. Sturgill, the fastest by about a 2nd. So he is on the hunt. Massey starting to fade ever since he took that slide off turn number 4. He's running 5th. Before that green flag pit cycle and everything kind of shook things up, he was running 2nd. Then the caution flag came out. And, well, then he had to line up with older tires as he took a wave around, and he lined up into the 5th position. Actually, it was back into the 7th position at that time. Sturgill looking to the inside on Mejia. Not going to make it happen through the open dog leg down the back straightaway. Mejia does give the 90 plenty of room down on the bottom. The problem is it gets a little slick to the outside there. Will Mejia be able to hang on? He does, and he'll drag race down into turn 1 now. As they drag race turn 1, it looks like the inside lane should prevail this time for Michael Sturgill. Sturgill will go down and now take over that 3rd position. As, oh, a big slice back up in front of the 40 of Jose Mejia. Jose had to definitely hit the hooks on that one. Fernandez back here. He got around now the 22 of Jared Hagedorn. And Cole Day is right there also hounding the back bumper of that 22. Cole Day going to go to the inside. Hagedorn going to swing it way high in turn one. Tire squealing here as Cole Day trying to drive that Bass Pro Shop all chrome machine. The Raven Graphics entry. Now Fernandez onto the back bumper there of Ira Kohlhaas. Looking back off Kohlhaas's deck lid, there you see the sticker in memory of Uncle Tim. Unfortunately, we did lose Uncle Tim this season here, about halfway through the season. Our thoughts, our prayers always with the Kohlhaas family in losing Uncle Tim. He is the official starting lineup here for the Draft Top Progression Series. Uncle Tim always looking down on the racers here on Tuesday night. Cheering on none other than the man from Tennessee right there of Ira Kohlhaas. Right now, Kohlhaas is holding off some of the best racers behind him. It's the two championship hopeful, Cole Day and Roy Fernandez. Fernandez working that inside with Day to the outside, both Bass Pro Shop Chevrolets. Cole Day going to slice and take the nose of that number 6 off going into turn 1, and then Cole Day drifts way high. Fernandez trying to dig back down to the bottom. He'll cut the dog leg, sparks from underneath the Good Wrench Plus machine. And now he'll dive it down inside of Ira Kohlhaas. Cole Day gets kind of stuck back there. It doesn't look like Fernandez got a great run that time. Kohlhaas was able to beat him down into one, but Kohlhaas is going to drag the front right tire of his car, and he went up the track. So these guys continue to battle. There has been no change out in front. It's still Greg O'Berry, Jamie Leach, and Michael Sturgill. And actually, as I say that, Leach goes high in one. Here comes Sturgill. He'll now take second, and he'll set his eyesight up there. He'll see just one car in front of him. The bumper camera here for Michael Sturgill. There you see Greg O'Berry out there trying to run away. "36 laps still left here tonight. Sturgill still has plenty of time. Not sure if these drivers have to pit again, but here's two drivers coming to pit road. It's the DraftTop.com Bromley Designs 48 of Michael Bromley. He'll come to pit road here, and he'll drag, well, the Raise Energy 04 of Danny Valenzuela to pit road. Those drivers going to go a handful of laps down now. Fernandez having some problems out of turn 2. Cole Day trying to move to the outside here on Roy Fernandez. These two drivers have been the class act of the field all season long. And now here they are battling. Just over 30 to go. Day will get around Fernandez down into turn 1. So Day going to take the 7th position. Fernandez and Day combined for 7 wins this season. They combined for 17 top 10s, and also to join that, 13 top 5s on the season. Combined laps, 1,600 laps led between both drivers. Some of the lowest incident counts on the season for Fernandez and Day. And if you add Massey into that one, they just continue. Those numbers just climb. Pit stops will be happening here, though, as here comes Massey, Combs, Davidson, Kohlhaas, Mullins, Johnson, all of them. Bennett coming to pit road here. Maybe the tire fall off here tonight is more of a factor than we had anticipated. But Greg O'Berry is the race leader. There you see him coming off of turn number 4. 31 laps remaining. Race fans, we do got to thank you once again here tonight for tuning in for Championship Night, presented by Buttkicker, to watch the Draft Top Progression Series. These drivers hailing out of the Salt Flat divisions. Jamie Leach will hit pit road in the Great Lakes Brewing number 13. So Leach will make his final stop tonight. Sturgill, you see him down there. He has made his final stop. When will Greg O'Berry come to pit road? He tried to stretch it the farthest. He went 45 laps last time on a tank of fuel. We have had a caution flag here. We went racing with exactly 50 laps to go. Can Greg O'Berry afford? Can he risk it? As you see Peyton Johnson on the newer tires. Johnson will work to the inside. Spinning down the back straightaway, somebody down to the inside. That was the 31 of Donald Bennett. There you see Bennett just getting loose off of turn 2, down onto the inside. Able to corral it. O'Berry, Mejia, Day, Fernandez. These two Bass Pro Shop Chevrolets still back here running close together, about I call it a half second separating each other. There's Hagedorn. Brandon Feeney, a late entry in the Liquid Motley K1 Graphic Chevrolet. The man out of Ontario, Canada. Was out running his Ontario Legends car just this past weekend when he had dash panel electrical issues. The Liquid Motley K1 Graphics number 38 was not able to carry on in his race up there. So they went hard to work right here before this race. No practice for Brandon Feeney. Hopped in the car for qualifying, and that was pretty much his practice laps. Darrell Clonner now coming out of pit road. Brand new paint scheme for Darrell Clonner right there. Finally, a normal looking car for the man out of Florida. The not so normal driver. There's American flags all over the side of that car. Greg O'Berry is on pit road now with his Chevrolet. It looks like he will make his stop with just 25 laps to go, so Jose Mejia takes over the race lead. Day, Fernandez, and Hagedorn, Feeney, all still yet to pit here at the end of this one. Here comes Jose Mejia. He'll make the left-hand turn to pit road. Cole Day will take over the race lead with Michael Sturgill hounding the back bumper. Along with Jamie Leach, your two possible race leaders towards the end of this one. Cole Day will go high. Leach and Sturgill will get back onto the lead lap now. Looks like Cole Day will come to pit road. He will bring Roy Fernandez along with him. So your top two in the championship hunt coming down with 23 laps to go. Jared Hagedorn will take over the race lead. He will actually lead that last time by. So now when does Hagedorn bring down the Ford? Will he come to pit road this time? Started way back into the 18th position for Jared Hagedorn tonight. Now has worked his way with 22 laps to go on the board to P number 1. He has about a 3-second lead over Brandon Feeney. and about a 19.5-second lead over Michael Sturgill. So there's no pressure behind the driver out of Nebraska. As he will continue on, he'll see 21 laps to go this time by. Jared Hagedorn, not known for his, well, short track to intermediate skills. He's more one of those super speedway racers. Really likes to let it hang out. He's one of the most aggressive super speedway racers you're going to find on iRacing. Really excels at them. Tonight, though, leading, because it'll be 20 laps to go. There's Cole Day coming up on Jared Hagedorn. Oh, Cole Day was a little sideways that time off of turn 4, letting it eat. Jared knows that the fresh tire's on the 99. He will go down to the inside, so Cole Day now unlaps himself here with 20 to go. Hagedorn still continuing to set the pace here, though. Still a 3-second lead over Brandon Feeney, and then still a 17-second lead over Michael Sturgill. Hagedorn has to hope that Michael Sturgill gets caught up in a little lap traffic if he plans to make it the rest of the way on fuel. Because the gap is 16 seconds, so it is shrinking. And Sturgill will have some lap traffic to contend with. And Jamie Leach is not going away. Right there in the 13 for Jamie Leach. Can he make Michael Sturgill make a mistake? Leach a little sideways as you see it kind of step out behind him coming out of turn 2. The gap that time will stay consistent, 15 seconds as they come out of turn 4 here. You're watching the 3rd and 4th place driver, Sturgill and Leach. Behind them is Greg O'Berry. Then it's Brandon Massey. Tim Combs back in 7th. Aaron Davidson right there also. After spinning around, he is in the 8th position. Big Country Kohlhaas running 9th, and Jose Mejia rounds out the top 10. Cole Day will actually now take the 10th position from Jose Mejia. But it's still these two. Checking it at the line, 13 seconds to the race leader with 17 laps to go. I still wonder, does Jared Hagedorn or Brandon Feeney, do they have enough left in the tank to go the rest of the way? And the Northern Plains Pit Bull Association driver, can he make it? 16 more laps, 16 more miles here at Phoenix. What a race it would be for Jared Hagedorn, or even Brandon Feeney. There you see him in his Chevrolet. No practice. Just get on track and go. The man from Ontario, Canada. He right now has about an 8.5-second gap till Michael Sturgill would come upon him. Jamie Leach, though, still right there, as Leach is going to bobble a little bit out of turn 2 again. Greg O'Berry is starting to reel in the 13 of Jamie Leach. Sturgill starting to open up a little bit of a gap. Leach going to start to run the high side here down in 3 and 4 to see if he can get the momentum run down the straightaway. Massey is about 3.5 seconds behind this group. Leach once again working the middle groove in 1 and 2. Sturgill down below. He'll hit the little bit of a dog leg opening. Now O'Berry going to roll the center through 3 and 4, a little bit better than Jamie Leach. Not going to be able to do anything with him at the start-finish line as Leach once again goes to the middle groove. O'Berry going to run a little bit lower, but he misses that inside turn. They will run side by side through the dog leg. And Leach actually going to power back onto the outside. O'Berry stays right down there on the yellow, trying to use the apron. Mullins has gone around. Shane Mullins has gone around in the number 3. And that will bring out the 3rd caution flag this evening. That'll be a complete field reset now here, and then it could be under 10 laps to go when we go back racing. take the look back here. Looks like Shane Mullins did exactly what Cole Day did on lap number 1. But Mullins going to smash the inside wall. Oh, it looks like Mullins actually had issues out of turn 2. The tires were already warmed up, and Shane Mullins then smashes the inside wall. So that will throw the monkey wrench into the end of this race. If you thought it was going to be a little bit crazy at the end, it will be. Here comes Jared Hagedorn, Brandon Feeney, Sturgill, O'Berry, Leach, Massey, Day, Combs, Davidson. The whole 9 yards will come to pit road here. Everybody on the lead lap will take this time here with under 10 laps to go to come in and take 4 fresh tires. There you see Hagedorn and Feeney hit their pit stalls, and it will be all the way to the end of pit road for Michael Sturgill as he has pit stall number 1 here tonight. Will that be an advantage for Michael Sturgill? See him come to a rest, and everybody else now. Who will win this battle off pit road? There's Greg O'Berry, 2-tire stop, and there's also a 2-tire stop for Sturgill. 4 tires for Feeney, 4 tires for Hagedorn. 2 tires for Fernandez, 4 tires for Leach, and on 4 tires for the rest of that group. So the strategy galore being played here. After these quick messages, we will walk you through what's going to happen here at the end of the Buttkicker Championship night. And just like that, welcome back here to the Phoenix International Raceway. It is championship night here for the Draft Top Progression Series. Tonight's race is brought to us by Buttkicker. Feel what you've been missing, race fans. Make sure to go over to buttkicker.com and grab your Gamer 2. We have one on the old rig down here in the studios, and we're still putting it together. But once we do have that up and operational and functional, race fans, we will get you an update to that. But when we go back racing, it will just be 7 laps to go. 2 tires on the front row here for Greg O'Berry and Michael Sturgill. A set of 4 tires for Brandon Feeney and Jared Hagedorn. 2 tires for Roy Fernandez. 4 tires then for Jamie Leach, Brandon Massey, Cole Day, Tim Combs, and Aaron Davidson. All those drivers have come down and taken 4 tires. So it's a little bit of a hodgepodge here at the front of the field with O'Berry and Sturgill taking the 2. Feeney and Hagedorn, who looked like they were trying to play the long run game. They will now have 4 tires and start in the second row. The service side green flag will come back into the air here. We will see as we can go to the end here tonight for championship night. Green flag is back in the air, and a great start there by Greg O'Berry. He'll lead us into turn 1 with Michael Sturgill diving right in behind him. Sturgill not wasting any time. He'll go down below as the caution flag going to come out. Jared Hagedorn is turned around coming out of turn number 2. Let him bring out the 4th caution flag this evening. What a night it could have been for Jared Hagedorn. May have just gone up, and oh, it looks like Cole Day also. Cole Day smoking the championship hopeful of Cole Day. let's take the look back here. What happened to Cole Day on the initial start here? Cole Day goes to shoot it 3 wide, and Jared Hagedorn gonna loop it around. Feeney gonna lose it also. Cole Day trying to make something happen here at the end of this race. May have just cost himself a championship. We'll watch it back here once again. On board with Cole Day. Nowhere Cole Day was going to go run away and hide from that one. Watch from over top here. Drone footage tonight going into turn 1. Tim Combs involved in this one also. So this might take us right down to the wire. We'll see if we're going to get a green-white checker attempt or if we will go to overtime. It's O'Berry and Sturgill. Sturgill was trying to make the pass to the inside there for the race lead, but was not able to get there before the caution flag was displayed. Then it's Fernandez. Fernandez now at this point knowing Cole Day has the issues and Day is down on pit road. It will be a 17th place finish for Cole Day tonight. So with Cole Day sitting on pit road, where is Brandon Massey? He was the other championship driver. There is Massey in that beautiful old shed. Paint scheme done by his daughter. He is running in the 5th position. He still has a shot if it gets a little pushy-shovey here at the end of this one. Remember, though, right now your top 3 drivers, Sturgill, O'Berry, Fernandez, they are all on 2 tires. And it looks like we will be able to go back racing here without using one of our green-white checkers tonight. Here's a green-white checker for all you race fans, but it is not going to be overtime just yet. Two tires, actually going to be 3 out of your top 4 drivers, and it's 4 tires the rest of the way through the field here. Cole Day is officially done, and it looks like it's actually going to drop him to the 18th position. It might drop him one more spot as Shane Mullins is still out there on the track. Mullins needs to complete one more lap, and he should be able to pick up the 18th position, so Cole Day might fall as far as 19th on the running order. Green, white, checker. Race fans, pull the belts tight. Let's come back into the service side green flag area, and it will be just 2 to go when we take the green flag. Green flag back out into the air here, and everybody a race into turn number 1. 2 laps to go here at Phoenix. Greg O'Berry didn't get quite the good start as Michael Sturgill will go to the outside, and Sturgill will take the race lead out of turn number 2. Fernandez not going to go away. Sturgill, though, trying to get to the white flag. White flag here tonight is in the air, and it will be presented by Buttkicker. 1 lap to go here at Phoenix. They are wrecking on the front straightaway, but let's stay right here to the race leaders. Sturgill will lead them out of turn number 2. Through the dogleg for the final time. O'Berry going to get sideways. Fernandez has to pretty much win this race here tonight. He's going to sail it off into the corner. He's going to go sideways. It will be Michael Sturgill coming across the line here as the Raise Energy Drink checkered flag is in the air. They're crashing out of turn 4. It'll be Sturgill, though, coming across the line. Greg O'Berry 2nd. Roy Fernandez Lopez 3rd. Combs going to come home 4th. Feeney is 5th. Massey comes across the line tonight in 6th. Aaron Davidson is 7th. Ira Kohlhaas 8th. Jose Mejia 9th, and Daryl Clotter rounds out the top 10 drivers. So with the Raise Energy drink flying over Michael Sturgill, he will be the race winner. Let's take a look back here. Well, let's actually stay right here on this camera angle, and let's watch your race winner here tonight burn him down on the front straightaway at Phoenix. Let's take that look back here now. Let's watch the white flag. There you see Hagedorn. He will go for a little bit of a spin coming to get the white flag. Jamie Leach, Danny Valenzuela involved in that one. And then I believe a little bit farther up, something happened with Brandon Feeney and Brandon Massey on the last lap of this one. Brandon Feeney loose there out of form when he went to correct it. Not Kohlhaas, but that was Massey was right there. Bennett, Millen, Mullins all coming, or Davidson coming in there. Bromley getting involved also. He's going to tear up a car at the end of this one. So a bunch of drivers going to get tore up in this one at the end of the evening. Race fans, did you forget we had a championship battle here tonight also on the line? Well, we didn't forget. We will wait to see who won the points championship. We're going to take a little bit of an extended break, and we'll be back here to find out who will win the championship tonight. All right, race fans, welcome back here to the Phoenix International Raceway as your post-race show is brought to us by DraftTop.com. We have officially completed the final race here tonight, presented by Buttkicker. Feel what you've been missing, race fans. It was championship night, and it was a close one here. It came down to 3 drivers at the end of this one for a championship. We're going to get to that one in a little bit. We're going to let you sit on the cliffhanger for just a moment to find out who won the championship here at Phoenix. Well, we do have ourselves a winner who is sitting down in victory lane, and he is no stranger to victory lane. This is Michael Sturgill. Sturgill, you'll win here tonight, but it wasn't an easy one for you. That caution flag caught you at the wrong time as you were on a little bit of a different pit strategy than a lot of these drivers. How were you able to work back and then find yourself in a position at the end with 2 tires for a chance to win?
So, yeah, when that caution came out, it came out at a bad time. I decided just to go in and take 2 and see how it felt. And when we went green, I was able to work my way up to second, and I was, slowly reeling in Greg. So that gave me confidence in 2 tires there at the end for that last pit stop to go ahead and take 2 and see what I could do.
Yeah, and you were able to work around Greg. We didn't see anybody able to use that outside all night long. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you were able just to make it happen there at the end. Were you confident that the 2 tires and the outside was going to work going into turn 1?
I was confident in the 2. The outside, I got a pretty good restart and sailed it off in there, and well, we saw it work. So I guess I got lucky there.
Phoenix. A lot of drivers don't like coming out here into the desert in Arizona. Do you like coming out here and messing with the rattlesnakes?
Oh, I love Phoenix. This is, in my opinion, one of my better tracks. So when I saw we were running Phoenix tonight, I had to hop in. Love this place.
Well, it was a great run for you here tonight, Michael. It's the second time you've been to victory lane this season. Who do you got to thank that makes it all possible on the number 90?
Bromley and all the guys that put together this league and all the drivers in it. We usually get some good green flag racing in. You guys for broadcasting it. That's awesome. And think that's about it.
Well, there you heard it from the driver out of Ohio. Michael Sturgill will win 2 races this season. He wins the season finale here at the Phoenix Raceway. Coming home in second here tonight, it's the man who had himself a short season. And Greg, in just the couple races you've ran this season, you've had your 33 in contention to win a lot of these. Did you think that Sturgill was going to have you, or did you think you had this race kind of in your grasp with just a handful of laps and 2 tires?
Yeah, Sturgill was the class of the field. I knew it was going to have to be a matter of out-strategizing him to be able to pull it off, and we almost did it, pulled up 1 spot short. But yeah, sounds like he took 2 on that last caution. I did as well, and I guess, I don't know, I thought they took 4 because I went from 4th to the lead. I guess I just had a fast crew. But I overdrove that last restart point, getting into 1 and 2, and he was really good. Don't get me wrong, he did what he had to do on the outside lane, but I overdrove the bottom and kind of gave it to him there.
So a little bit of a rough one here tonight for you, Greg, but a second place finish when you really boiled this all down after being out of the race car for so long, and the finishes you've had here at the end of the season, it's got to be pretty good. It's got to feel as a momentum builder, knowing that in a couple weeks, we're calling a couple weeks off here, we will be right back into the Cup car for the Cup Series here with the Salt Flat Racing League.
Yeah, I wish we could start it up tomorrow, man. It's been a lot of fun. I definitely missed it, getting to run with these guys. It's a great league to be a part of. But man, I guess I figured something out pretty quick. I don't know. I surprise myself every time we've had a good run like this. Just I didn't expect to jump in and do this well, but it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it and looking forward to getting the Cup Series started up here in a few weeks.
Well, Greg, before we let you go here, celebrate and get ready to run some more Cup races in a couple weeks, who do you got to thank that makes it all possible on this number 33?
Got to thank everybody at Salt Flat Racing and the different admins that helped put this thing on. Draft Top for coming out and supporting the Progression Series. You guys at Turn 3, and then Bromley Designs as well. He put this sweet paint job for me together over the past week, and got to preview it tonight and finish second. We'll see how many checker flags we can't get with it next season.
Well, there you heard it from Greg O'Berry, running half the season this year after having some home issues when a fire had destroyed some of his home. He's finally back in the basement, race fans. He's got a brand new sim rig, and he's, well, getting right back into the groove of it. Greg O'Berry finishes on the podium here tonight. He'll come home sitting P number 2. The man who finishes, though, in the 3rd spot, he hails out of Michigan. This is Roy Fernandez. Roy, a great podium finish here tonight. You will finish 3rd.
Yeah, that was a heck of a race. I know I got involved in an accident earlier in there, and I put me to the end of the line. So I didn't think I was going to have a really good finish after that. These guys are very competitive and very fast, especially on this track. And it's all about throttle control. It was very difficult to work my way up, and that 2-tire stop definitely put me in the position to get a podium finish.
Yeah, you found yourself at the front of the field here at the end of this one, getting a podium. And I'm getting word right now, Roy, over the championship standings. You came into the night sitting 18 points behind Cole Day. You will officially leave the Phoenix International Raceway here tonight as the champion by 1 point, Roy. 1 point to be the champion here for the inaugural season for the Draft Top Progression Series. How does that feel already?
Oh man, that's awesome, dude. That's great. I can't believe it. I've been working really hard this season with Salt Flat Progression, from dirt to late models, trucks, Xfinity, up to the Cup. It's been a heck of a battle all the way through. I definitely thought Cole Day was going to beat me. He is one of the best racers I've ever raced against. So to be able to, beat him, and that margin, just 1 point, and honestly, that's all. Anything can happen. So I'm really excited. I don't know what else to say about it. It's been great. It's been awesome.
Well, Roy, congratulations first off, but I mean, you talked about the season. You battled with cold day all year long. I mean, you did start on the dirt. Terrible finishes on the dirt. Lanier, a 20th place finish. Then you did rebound in the second race of the season to finish 6th. But then it was another out of the top 10 finish at Concord. Then you finally started to hit your groove. A slew of top 10s, a 4th at Five Flags, a win at Michigan, your home track. Then you went to Pocono, you finished 7th, 2nd at Dover, and then a disappointing finish at Charlotte. A 3rd at Gateway, a 2nd at Talladega, a win at Bristol, and then 2 back-to-back terrible ones. Finishing 12th at Atlanta, 23rd at Daytona, and then missing a race yet in between there. That's what brought us here into the championship night, with you being the underdog at that point. Did you know exactly where you had to finish coming into this race to maybe get yourself a championship, or, where Cold Day had to finish to give yourself a chance?
And I had no idea where I had to be. I was just praying that I can race as best as I can, and for any reason have Cold Day have one of the worst nights possible, or even maybe not show up. He showed up, he raced me well. You saw it on the broadcast. He passed me. He's a heck of a racer. He was much faster than I was on this track. Sometimes you just how you can get the lucky dog, you can get the lucky cat. So he got hit. He got towards the end. I can't believe it's just 1 point difference that made. If I was in 4th place and I would have gotten loose on the very last lap there, which I did, and drove it out, I wouldn't be talking here, beating the championship winner. So it's insane.
Well, congratulations once again, Roy, but that's not all the accolades we're going to let you leave with just having the title as the first ever Draft Top Progression Series champion. You also, from what I'm being told, I don't know if you know it, Buttkicker was the sponsor here tonight for the final race of the season. Also, from my notes I have written here, you will also now not only have the name as champion, you will also have a Buttkicker to go onto the sim rig. That's got to be something in the butt there.
That's awesome, man. I mean, just to be able to get that kind of recognition and just that sponsorship and that help with everything, it's a blessing, and I'm all for it. I'm excited. It was great to be able to put on a heck of a show tonight for the fans.
Well, Roy, we're going to let you go celebrate here tonight as you still continue to sit on the front straightaway here. Who makes it all possible for you and this whole number 6 crew?
Well, I got to thank my sponsors. Good Wrench. I've been racing Good Wrench all year, except that one at Bristol for Ira's family. Good Wrench has been great for me. CSRF Motorsports. I got to thank one of my teammates, Cody. He coached me a lot getting into iRacing. He's been a heck of a fan, and all the people that support me watching all these races. I got good friends of mine. Turn 3 Network. You guys are phenomenal at the broadcast. You got Bromley, Bennett, the entire driving crew that we have here. It's what can make the race what it is. And last but not least, my fiance. I always got to shout out my fiance. We're getting married here in 10 days. October 10th, 2020. We'll be married. 2 days after that, we'll be on our honeymoon in Mexico. And it's going to be a heck of a journey.
Well, Roy, I did see that post out there by your lovely fiance earlier today looking for a rug. If I go get a custom rug made of my face, is that acceptable?
I have the seal of approval on that, but I don't know if she will. We'll have to talk about it.
Well, Roy, congratulations, though, on a championship here. Go ahead, burn them down for us, and celebrate long into the night with this one.
I appreciate it, Roger. Thank you.
Well, there you heard it, race fans, from the driver of that Chevrolet right there. He will burn them down on the front straightaway. Dale looking down upon this machine here tonight. He will get it done. It came down to 3 drivers. 20 points separated them coming into the night, and it will be Roy Fernandez leaving this championship hunt with just a 1-point slim margin over Cole Day, as Roy Fernandez is going to go ahead and he's going to blow up that car. That's all right. He does not no longer need it. Does not no longer. That's right, race fans. It makes total sense to me. But hey, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in for a great season here with the Salt Flat Draft Top Progression Series. Draft Top was on board this season as the primary sponsor here for this series. You need to head over to drafttop.com. You need to get your Draft Top bar tool now. Supplies are still in stock over at Draft Top, and there's big things coming, even bigger things that have yet to be announced for Draft Top and along with the Salt Flat series. So stay tuned to that over via Salt Flat Racing Facebook page or their website or even drafttop.com. Of course, we got to thank the nice folks over at Buttkicker also. Couldn't have been able to have a championship night without them. All the sponsors throughout the season, Ray's Energy Drink, Servicide. Of course, we will never forget Uncle Tim and the kind of support, just the factor of him being here in the presence tonight for championship night. All the drivers that made this whole season possible. It was a whole bunch of drivers this season. 40 drivers have at least taken one green flag in the series, so a whole bunch of talent we have seen this season on the big screen. Race fans, we also got to thank you for tuning in weekly here to watch these shows on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So for everybody over at the Salt Flat series, and of course us here at Turn 3, we appreciate all of yous, and we can't wait to see you back just in a couple weeks when the Cup Series comes racing here on Turn 3.